Hi guys, Stu from Aussie Industries. Good morning, everyone. Just a bit of a chat today about obviously the weather. So September, once again, we saw incredibly bullish signals moving into the spring period with these climate models, the IOD. Now, obviously, the talk of the town is there's a La Nina forming. There's a La Nina possibility due to the change in the threshold due to widespread sea surface temperature anomalies. Changes the way they're classifying oceanic temperatures. Check the bomb site for specifics on that. That's a bit of a basic nutshell of it. But what's interesting is we've seen one, reasonable rainfall system move across Australia during September. There's another weather system due from the 17th to the 23rd. This one's even not looking favourable from my perspective anymore. This was meant to be the more favourable system. At the moment, it's showing marginal storms into the eastern coastal districts of New South Wales and parts of Victoria. So the southwest slopes, central west slopes and plains, those sorts of places, east across the tablelands to the coast. And those storms will be sporadic, hit and miss and nothing really significant in widespread terms. Again, this was something that we've been talking about for months, that we would see a drying trend moving into spring, despite the IOD. While we might get one or two squirts of rain, it wouldn't be anything significant comparable to 2022 or even other years before that. And again, even though the October forecasts now, looking at the climate models, they're starting to retract depending on which model you use. Although November still seems to be the peak. And this was something I've been talking about for a long time as well, is that the big rain systems out of the 3 months particularly would be November. So they'll start from the last days of October into week 1 of November. Then there'll be another system, possibly stronger, again, around from late week 3 into week 4. Both systems favour the eastern states. However, the second system of November will form further inland through to the central longitudes of the Northern Territory, East and South Australia. So this will be more favourable for Western New South Wales and parts of Victoria if it can reach that far south. So, yeah, this spring, again, it's not playing out like a lot of the experts expected. And it's not playing out the way a lot of the persons who share the models just blatantly share the models. There's a lot of climate linkages that aren't there this season, which is part of our long-range forecast system. So the next window for opportunity will be, for something more widespread, will be around mid-October. But from then, the good rains, if we can even call it that, will be from the end of October into early November and again late November. And even December itself isn't looking overly exciting. There's a tropical system for the Pilbara, and then just the generic storms for the East Coast, which you see every year. And then the climate models, again, they're really starting to break down moving into 2026. This, again, is something that we've been talking about for a very, very long time. There's a lot of confirmation on this with my long-range system and with the climate models themselves. So, again, just make the most of any rain you get over the next few months, because especially for the southern growing season, the southern growing season is, as far as I'm concerned, it's over. Now, we spoke about this in our last update. A lot of the farmers are reporting pretty much what's occurring, what we've been saying. I'm getting good feedback. So there's a lot of reliability there in what we've been posting. So, I'll keep updating as things develop. But so far, everything seems on track. Don't get caught up in all the bullshit that's out there. A lot of it's not true. And I'll just try and keep it pretty straightforward. That's it. Cheers.